Hi, everybody. How's everybody? How's everybody? How's how's your dogs and your puppy? How's everybody? Is everybody alright? How's everybody? We're going to talk about dogs and puppies. How to how to train your dog and your puppy. Well, how to train your dog and your puppy is really important. Is make sure your dog is on the lead. If you've got food for your dog and the dog is not, if you've got food for your dog, what do you do? Well, what you can do is to make sure your dog is eating, eating well, and you make sure your dog is social. Make sure your dog is eating type of eating, because some dogs are fussy with dog food and stuff like that, and it's not good for dogs to be fussy with food. How to how to stop the dog for growling? If your dog is growling at, at the food, growling at the other dog, because the other dog is trying to get get to your get to their food, make sure you get your dog is get the food away from your dog and get your dog to make sure your dog stops growling with um stop growling with the food. If your dog is growling with the food and um not not social, get the dog food away, leave it for 5 minutes, and then bring the food back to the bring the food back. And if your dog is not going to do that, if the dog still growls, make sure you get your food from the away from the bowl. You get separated, means the dog goes in another place and the other dog can go and eat somewhere else. When you're when you're taking the dog out for a walk, it is really important to make sure your dog is on the lead. When you're putting your harness thing on, putting the putting your harness thing on, and putting the lead on properly is really important. When you're in one other thing is to make sure your dog is on the lead, walking beside you, stopping at the end of the road, and make sure your dog is on lead all time. When you're going to the park and stuff like that, it's really important. Make sure you take a doggy bag with you too. That's really important. When you're training your dog, it is really important to train train them properly and make sure your dog is like make sure your dog is um, sitting, staying, and make sure your dog is make sure you got people like food, dog food. Um, do not put your dog in the chocolate, any human chocolate is a no-no, because if you're having um, human chocolate, it can kill your dog. It can make your dog really sick, ill, diarrhea, vomit, and it can make kidney failure and make your dog has to go to the vet. So that's, that's really important to make sure your dog is um, keep chocolate away from your dog. Raw onions, garlic is bad for your dog. It really makes your dog sick, diarrhea, vomit, seizures, and it can make your dog really, really ill and fatal. If you're when you're like if you're peanut butter, peanut butter is good for your dog, but not human peanut butter. You can get dog peanut butter. You can get it in the supermarket where you can get your peanut butter from for your dog. You can get it at the pet store. Because human peanut butter can is dangerous because it's got peanuts in it and it's not good for your dog. But peanut for dogs, you can get it at the supermarket and you can or pet store. Um, yeah, when you're it's really important if you're yeah if you've got any problems with your dog's hips, lumps on your dog, you can get lumps on the skin on your dog. Um, yeah, so that that's really important to make sure your dog is you make sure your dog is go to the vet if you've got any problems. If you've got any problems, um, you can put a question down below. Make it long, long question. You will welcome. Push that bell button. Make that bell button subscribe my channel. Push that button. Make that wider, 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 wider up. Put lots of questions down below. I will answer your questions anytime, night, even, what, even, anytime. Um, how to stop a dog for barking? Now this is really interesting. How to stop the dog for barking? Well, to correct that dog is make sure your dog is don't be, how to stop the dog for barking? Be a bark collar. Doesn't hurt the dog. Doesn't burn the dog. It just protects like that. Yeah. Doesn't hurt the dog. Of course the dog will yelp, but it doesn't hurt the dog. It doesn't burn the dog. Lots of people ask me that how to stop the dog for barking, how to stop the dog for chewing on your bed and stuff like that. Oh well, I'm gonna get off here now because time running out, and I look forward to hear from you guys. Put lots of questions down below. Put subscribe that button. Put subscribe button. Keep that number growing and keep putting questions down below and keep putting thumbs up. In love with you guys. Look after your dogs and your puppies. Take care.